you? We are. What's your name, sir? Have we assisted you in the last 6 months with a bill? You said last name Hilbert? Okay. Okay, Mr. Hilbert, your appointment is on Tuesday, September 27th. Your appointment is on Tuesday, September 27th at 11:45. 11:45. Yes, sir. You need to bring proof of income, rent receipt, picture ID, and the bill. You're welcome. Okay. Good morning.
Right one, we changed the dates.
What did they
No,
do? Good ain't the right one. What that done?
That's the same one.
That's the same one.
What's
Mom's
on
on your
computer?
disc.
It was on? Yeah, it's
It's on
somewhere.
the
But,
disc. It's on the song.
is it open?
I don't know.
Schedule?
Yeah, schedule now. Yeah, it's right here, right here. I got it.
And
It is you and Tanisha.
oh, baby, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
But unfortunately, we don't, know what's the
Tanisha.
status of Tanisha.
She said she supposed to be coming in.
You talked to her?
Yeah, I talked to her on Facebook. She supposed to be coming in, but her kids was sick.
Well,
So,
did she-
and I
did
told
you-
her to call up here next time.
O'clock. But right now, we're waiting to see if we're gonna get any volunteers to work in the warehouse, okay? Hey, Ashley, you might have to just, put my headphone on.
Just to keep the build up from coming out of the building. You're welcome.
I had to have a background check when I first started working there, and I was wondering if there was a way that I could get a copy of whatever you received from DHR. Okay, thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Call on Monday morning. We start making appointments at 9 a.m.
Oh, you're answering. Okay, I got it. To make sure on the bed.
And we can only take the first 12, but this morning we can only take 6. So we'll do it again next Monday morning, and hopefully we can take 12. You could try community services and also Catholic family services. Yeah, I don't know anyone else. All right, bye-bye.
Be that it did, are you still pleased with the services at TES? And if so, why?
I'm still pleased 'cause I know that I probably see, get help in the future. You're distributing that thing, everything will be okay. So I'm still pleased, with the help, because it's at least I can, get in and get help.
Right. So you appreciate the fact that we're here in the community and assisting the people in the community.
Yes.
Okay. What would you do if we weren't here?
I don't know what I do.
Hi, I'm Adrienne McCollum, a student intern, or I'm doing my field placement here at Temporary Emergency Services. One of the programs that I work with most commonly is the Project Share program, which is basically for individuals who are either over the age of 62 or disabled, and it's a utility assistance program provided through the American Red Cross. Basically, they call in on Monday morning at 10 a.m., and we can take anywhere from 10 to 12 appointments, whoever is first come, first served basis, and then we set up an appointment for the following week. At that appointment, we talk to them, we look at their utility bill, we contact the Alabama Power Company or the gas company, whomever it is that we need to speak to, depending on what utility assistance they need, and we basically do a pledge, usually for $150. In some cases, we're able to go all the way up to $225 for the Project Share clients. We do a pledge with the company, and they keep their service on for 30 days.
Hi, my name is Susie Wiggins. I'm a volunteer here at Temporary Emergency. My job as a volunteer here is to work in the pantry, which is to make sure I have enough bags to give out to customers, clients on a daily basis. Sometimes I have to do anywhere from 25 to 35 bags a day in order to keep up with the number of clients coming through the door. And I do that with minimal help. And that's what I do here as a volunteer here at Temporary Emergency. Since the tornado, first week after the tornado is when I came in and I started to do volunteer work, and I've been here ever since.
High school principal? That's correct. And back then, the original name was called Industrial High. And at some point, it changed over to Druid High. They were home of the Druid High Dragons. And that was back in the 60s and 70s. Since then, Druid now is turned into Westlawn Middle School. So the old school that people knew is no longer there. They've renamed the street to Druid Dragon Lane. So there is still some memorabilia for individuals that are coming to town that still like to remember the old school days.
And what about your mom? Your mother, she was a social worker as
That's
well?
correct. My mother did social work. She did it more with the elderly population. That's pretty much where she found her love and her passion, was working with people over the age of 50 and above, and she still continues to do some of that type of work now.
And did that propel you or compel you to become a social worker and go into the social work?
I think in some aspects it taught me the value of volunteering. I always saw my mother volunteering. With my grandfather's role, he was more community, and he enjoyed working with just the student population. My mother back then, definitely that's when parents were starting to go into the workforce. So we, at that age, didn't quite understand what she was doing. I don't think I grasped that she was in a field of helping individuals until much later in life. And by then, she had gone on to actually teaching at a community college. So she taught gerontology at a community, and sociology as well.
Okay. Would you briefly explain the importance of a nonprofit agency such as Temporary Emergency Services?
Having worked here now for 21 years, I think I can truly say that you really do need grassroots organizations in every community. And what they're doing is they're picking up the smaller pieces. We're not able to carry a major load such as a Salvation Army or a Red Cross that have national funders. Their namesake is out there. But when you have smaller agencies and they're true to their mission, I think it takes both in order to get the jobs done. Things that the Red Cross cannot do, we're able to step up and do, as well as things that we can't do. We rely on your bigger organizations. So when you're in a nonprofit field, it gives you a rewarding feeling for those that like to do things such as helping individuals. If you're into the business aspect of producing money, doing things on a larger scale, nonprofits are a little bit smaller.
Okay, so do you believe that nonprofit agencies are majorly impacting communities, and if so, why?
Yes, they really are, because we're the agencies that are getting out there to the heart and soul of what the people need when they're in crisis situations, be it our agency or someone working like the Boy Scouts. You've got different agencies that are working with children. So you need those agencies in order to fill in the gaps of the family.
Okay, and so what is the future for Temporary Emergency Services and for Karen Thompson?
We want to continue to help people and families to provide the services that we provide, continue to fill in the gaps, listen to what the community is saying, that where we can adapt. Some things we can't adapt, they're not fitting in our mission, but if it's some small programs that we can adapt to and put into our programs, we want to look at doing that if it's going to be for the betterment of the community.
Okay, that's great. And for all the graduating social work students at the University of Alabama, what would would you say to them is the secret of your success to becoming an excellent practitioner?
I would say find a job that you're well suited at. Make sure that if in the first couple of years this is not something you're enjoying, you need to go ahead and find a career change. Everything is not fitted for everybody. The first job may not be fitted for you, but start to do some research and some homework on what you value, what are your missions and goals. And if you're the kind of person that needs to be stepping up a ladder, look at jobs that have that. There are some jobs where there's only 4 or 5 people in a job and there's not a lot of room for career advancement. So when you get into those jobs, you say, I don't like it, but that's not fitted for you. So I would say do your homework, find something that you truly enjoy, and then you can stay there longer.